This is an adult channel. Well, the Tomy Enterprise is getting ready to ship, and I'll have mine in a couple weeks, and I'll review it here on YouTube, and I'll decide if it's worth it. There are already people receiving theirs in other countries. There's a gentleman that I think it was Australia that got his, and he put a bunch of pictures and videos up already, so you might want to do a search for it if you're interested. But it appears that after looking at his videos of an actual final product, consumer product that this gentleman received, is it still worth it? Well, it looks like it's still worth it. Some guys have already canceled their orders a few weeks ago because some pictures were leaked, and then Tomy themselves went ahead and released some pictures of the final product. And the issues are the screw hole covers that cover the heads of the screws are very noticeable. They weren't supposed to be. The guy said they were going to Bondo over them, which I am assuming he meant Bondo glazing putty. That's what I use on my projects. And there's some seams that you can see, especially on the nacelle going through the pennant, and they're very noticeable. And the stand is different than what the prototype showed when they opened the prototype earlier this year. It looked really nice. But the final product doesn't look like that, which that happens all the time. But the thing is, you know, they kind of overpromised instead of, you want to underpromise. But I'm disappointed because that final product that this gentleman received, it shows the screw hole covers, but all the lights seem to work. The lighting looks glorious. The paint job looks pretty damn good, even though it might be a little bit heavy and a little bit too detailed in places. All I'm concerned about is, does it look like the ship on the screen? I'm not one of those guys that get into the Smithsonian actual filming enterprise that's been rebuilt and repainted and all that stuff. A lot of that stuff you could not see on the screen. Therefore, I don't care, because the one on the screen is one you see in action. So I'm going to get mine. They start shipping. For me, they're going to start shipping next Monday, and then I guess I'll get it in a week or two after that. I don't know. I'll review it on this channel, and we'll see if it's still worth the money. But from the looks of the guy's video in hand, it looks like it's still worth it, because you can. I mean, I look at how much it would cost to build the kit, and I even had a guy that talked to me on social media saying it's nowhere near it worth it. I said, so this guy builds the models. I said, well, you go through how much it costs you to build this model of the 1350 original series Enterprise, and he went through it. It was $520 by his numbers, and that's not counting his time. He says, I don't count my time because I do this because I enjoy it. I said, to me, you got to count your time. Yes, you got to take. I mean, some of these models for this one, for the Polar Lights, takes hundreds of hours. So I'm one of those people, I can build it. I just don't really have a lot of time to build it. So I chose this route. And I looked at the money, and counting my time, it appears that this Tomy Enterprise is still worth the money. And there's two things that I see where people would want to buy this. Well, really three. Some people collect anything that has something to do with their favorite franchise. Two, people who are like me that have the skills, but I don't really have the time to build the polar lights. That's, yeah, it could be hundreds of hours, or it could just be dozens. It could be 50 hours. That's still a long time if you count your time. And then there's the other people that don't have the skills to build the model kit. They would have to hire somebody to build the kit after they bought all the kit parts, the lighting, paint, all the supplies. They would have to hire somebody to do it. So it appears that this Tomy Enterprise is still worth the money. Like I said, I'm going to review it whenever mine comes in, and I will judge for myself, in my opinion, whether it's still worth it. But it appears that it is. There's always going to be some people that disagree because Tomy under-promised. I understand what they're saying. I'm not happy. I'm disappointed, but it's still, I mean, it's still worth it. For my observation of the videos. So if you're interested, you can find the videos here on YouTube, and let me know what you think, and I'll be reviewing mine here when it comes in. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next video.